What is going on, Facebook world? I am going live to interview Courtney Pierre. He is a fellow fitness pro, a friend of mine, killing it in his space here in New York City. And I'm going to see if I can bring him on here, play with some buttons, see if he comes on. And I'm gonna go over a quick interview with what Courtney Pierre is in. Let's see here. How does this work? I'm going to get to see your mug in a second. Here we go. Put him in. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so excited to have you on here.
I'm excited to be on.
All right. Well, first off, I want to tell you I'm really grateful for having you on. I just started this group like a month ago, and I've gotten some really good people that want to do some interviews with me. And I'm just trying to really reach out to people who have impacted me, influenced me in many different ways. And you have definitely a yin and yang of influence in my life.
That's awesome.
Not good and bad.
Makes me feel good.
Positive and influential.
Well, I do my best to spread joy wherever I go.
Awesome. So are you in a quiet spot? You can do this?
Yes.
This is Courtney Pierre, all right? Courtney, I asked him, I sent him a message earlier or yesterday, and I said, tell me what's going on. And he sent me this big, huge picture of all these certifications. He's certified, many different personal training, certified in kettlebells, which I'm a little jealous. I've never done that certification. I wouldn't mind to. Mobility specialist, precision nutrition, and a couple others that, I couldn't even go through them all. But I'm sure he's got more. So his strengths have been his ability to switch over from being a big box trainer to an independent trainer, which is not an easy step to take.
No.
But once a trainer does it, probably the best advice they'll ever give somebody is that you need to do it.
Yep.
You need to do it. Because that's where you can really grow. Hold on, I have a 2-year-old tripping over the wire.
I love the kids. Love the kids.
There you go. All right. So cool. I got a couple good questions for you, and
fire away. Fire away.
But let me ask you really quickly.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what's good in your life.
Family. I love my family. I love being a husband. I love being a father. And that's my motivation every day when I get up at 4:30 in the morning. So that's the best thing in my life.
What's your wife's name?
Shanoa.
I'm gonna tag her in this so she knows that you really mean it.
Okay, yeah. That would give me so much points.
There we go. You said it in real life. Awesome. And tell me, so your why, the reason that you do this is really for your family.
Yes. And well, because that's the foundation, but there's also, I feel like there's a lack of integrity. There's a lack of, I don't know, like the trainers that I see, because I'm an independent trainer, I work out of a lot of spaces, and I just see this non-caring attitude with a lot of trainers. Like the energy is just like, let me just do this hour and get it over with. So I want to change the narrative. Like I want clients to see that people, like, I care. Like after the hour's done, it's not that, all right, I'm done with Billy. That's it. Let me move on. It's not a grinder. Like I go home, I'm like, all right, wow, Billy had an issue with, her lower back. Like, what can I do? Like, it doesn't stop after we stop training. So, and I see this kind of laziness, this lack of integrity with a lot of trainers. So, like, I'm motivated to change the narrative. But even with, especially with social media now, like all these trainers that are like social media stars that they don't even know what the hell they're doing. Like, just because they have like great abs and a nice booty, they get all these likes and they do all these exercises that are not conducive for anybody that, that we would train. So I want to change the narrative.
I was recently looking for a personal trainer, and that was my only criteria, that they had abs on Instagram.
See? Everybody's looking for abs and a booty. What you have to have is abs and a booty, and people will train with you.
I don't need a booty.
Yeah, I don't think you need a booty either.
So tell me what got you into this. What got you into fitness?
Oh, I've always been into fitness since I was like 9. I've always been working out. My friends just always say like, "Wow, Courtney, like you have muscles at 9." So of course, me having somewhat of an ego, which I have thrown in the garbage a long time ago. But that kind of like drove me like, oh, I like the attention I get when people see my muscles. And then honestly, I was just like on this career like spiral. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Like I had some good job, but I wasn't passionate about it. So I either got fired or I quit. And then I was like on my last leg in life, and I walked into Equal and I was like, hey, I need a job. And they're like, well, have you ever trained before? I'm like, no, but if you give me a chance, I'll give you everything I have. And they gave me a chance, and the rest is history. 12, 15 years later, still training.
So you consider this a long-term career?
Oh yeah, this is my passion. Like if you don't have passion, then it's just a job. But if you have passion for what you do, then it becomes a career.
Now, how many hours a week do you work?
Well, I work every day, and I try to do at least 5 hours a day. So.
You work on Saturday and Sunday?
Yes. Holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Passover, Ramadan, whatever, it doesn't matter.
All right, I get it. Do you think it's important to practice what you preach? Play the part?
100%. I always say, well, this is a quote I heard. You can either be a tough guy or a samurai. A tough guy just tells people what to do, but never practices. A samurai practices, and then he teaches. So I like to practice. Like I can't just see something and then not understand how it's being done. Because I want to be able to translate it to my clients. So I have to practice it. I have to. Everything I do, either I'm doing or I've done. So
the purpose of this group is not so much for your clients. I doubt, actually, even if this group, which my goal for this group is to grow to 1,000 people in 90 days.
Oh, that's awesome. You can do it.
But I don't believe that one of your clients will see this. The impact of this group is to help your fellow colleagues, fitness trainers, and so on and so forth.
Good.
So if I were to ask you, what would be something you can offer seasoned or veteran fitness pros? What would be some advice you could offer other trainers, people like you? All right, and I'm not talking about someone who's just coming in. I'm talking about someone who's really on their game. What's a nugget that you think that you can share from your business?
Well, I feel like a lot of trainers that are seasoned or veteran, they feel like because they've been in the game so long, they can't make mistakes. And I feel like you have to be willing to make mistakes. Like the only reason why I'm able to be where I am because I failed so much. So I learned. So you have to be willing to fail. And just because you fail, that doesn't make you a failure. And also, whether you're seasoned or a novice, like you have to have, I feel, 2 good character traits to be, or two good things to be a good trainer. And that's, you have to be sociably sharp and technically sharp. So you have to have great social skills and great technical skills. And if you're going to pick one, pick social skill. Because I'm going to be honest, when I first started training, I was horrible. I sucked. But I had great personality. So people train with me. And then once I realized that people only train with me because of my personality, I said, well, if I get these technical skills, I'll keep my clients forever. And I have clients now for 10 plus years. But don't be scared to fail, and you need to have good social skills and good technical skills.
Awesome. So I appreciate that. I mean, I know it's tough for some people to change, and I know it's hard for people to admit that they make mistakes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have 3 kids now, and when they learn to walk, they have to fall down.
Have to.
And if they don't fall down, they never learn how to walk.
Seriously.
It's a great metaphor to follow along with what you just said. So, sometimes you just got to humble yourself to understand that you're going to make mistakes.
100%.
That's part of the game. 100%. If you're not making mistakes, you're not growing, right?
If you're not making mistakes, you're not trying. So, like, I'm constantly learning. Like, I learn from anybody. Like, I sit down with anybody and just try to pick up something.
So, listen, if you had to pick up 5 new clients, how would you go about doing that?
Wow, that's tough. I mean, social media is a great, it's great for advertisement and it's free. That's one. Offer incentive, like if you
What do you mean
refer,
by what do you mean by social media? For instance, everyone has a Facebook account, everyone has an Instagram account.
right?
How can you use that to pick up a new client? I'm not talking about sending. I mean, your business is personal training,
Hmm.
and you have a target audience. Now, I asked a trainer at a gym the other day, who's your target audience? And he said everybody. I said, is there
Right.
anybody that you would disqualify? And he actually said to me, and this is someone I respect. He's young though, and he said that they're breathing. And that was a quote by him. And I said, wow. And he said, but you know what? When I was 4 years in the game, my criteria was the same. 14 years in the game, it's very different. But what I'm asking you is if you wanted to pick up 4 new people who are looking for a trainer, we're not talking about coercing people into training,
Hmm.
but I'm talking about people who are actually out there looking for you. How would you connect with those people right now?
Wow, that's a great question. And I wish I had a great answer. Um, I mean, my connection is just through referral. Like I want people to believe in what I believe in. So like I don't like it's nothing has nothing to do with age group. Like just if you believe in what I believe in, then we'll have great connection. So like I just believe in putting out my true self out there, whether it be on the gym floor or on social media whenever I post stuff, and hopefully someone will see what I'm doing and believe what I'm doing and like it and want to train with me. And that's really how. Like I mean, I've done the whole social media. Like I've hired a social media person to help me with my account, and I've done the advertising, like getting cards and flyers, and it did nothing for me. Like I literally picked up no clients. So I'm not the best. Like I told a client recently who reached out to me. I said, listen, I'm not a salesman. So if you're gonna train me because you believe in what I believe in. So I'm not good at salesmanship. That's not me.
Got it. I get it. And then I'm trying what I'm trying to do is when I interview people, see as a trainer, you and I are in the same boat as an independent trainer. My answer to the same question I asked you is, listen, I have family and a house and apartment and so on and so forth that I have to pay for, and I don't really have a specific formula to
Right.
meet the new people. But when I need to do it, God just provides the way.
100%. 100%.
But I'm trying to figure out a way by connecting to some of the best fitness professionals that I can find. What is that formula? And what I'm discovering is that we don't all have a real great formula,
No.
but we all have great success.
Right.
So we're going to work this backwards. I'm going to talk to 100 fitness pros, and we're going to come up with a formula. And I'm
Right.
only going to share it between us 100.
Right. I'm in. Sign me up. I'm tuning in every day.
So, what's the most valuable advice you've ever received that has helped you along your way?
Wow. I've received so many
Sometimes it's
gems.
hard to think surface. Think deep. Think about, like what's a mantra that someone has told you. And I'll give you an example. 15 years ago, I worked at a New York sports club. I was part-time, and the guy said, if you want to be successful, you get here at 6 in the morning and you leave at 8.
Wow.
And I was like, that sucks. I don't want to work all day. It's because at the time I wasn't training. I would have just been there making, nothing, zero, working for free. And when I took his advice, and 3 or 4 months later, now I was training 8 to 10 hours in that window of time. And the key there was that you needed to be in the gym in order to find
Right.
the people you wanted to work with.
Well,
Now, I don't know if I would recommend that to someone unless maybe they were like 18 just getting into it. But I bring that up because it was something that someone said to me that kind of set the wheels in motion 15 years ago. So do you have a piece of advice that
well, it definitely wasn't something 15 years ago because I was kind of stubborn in my ways 15 years ago. But one of my favorite motivational speakers is Eric Thomas, and he has this. One of his famous videos was, you have to want to be successful as much as you want to breathe. So I think about that a lot. Like when I'm like being tired, or when I not want to be tired. When I'm tired and I just want to take a nap, I'm like, you know what? Do you want to be successful? Like, what are you putting into it? So like I gotta get up and study. Like I put a lot of hours into just, sharpening my craft. So that's one of the. I mean that line literally just resonates through my mind all the time. I want to be successful as bad as I want to breathe. So that's one of my mantras. Honestly, I live by that.
So part of the group that I'm doing now is really teaching other trainers. I have a plethora of fitness professionals over the 15 years that I've met that are very successful, like you, many others. But not many of them have alternate or additional streams of income. So I'm trying to connect with people who have those. And what I'm finding is maybe only like 1 in 6 personal trainers are doing something like that, often because they just don't have the time. Do you have alternate sources of income?
Well, I mean, a little investing. So, I do the cryptocurrency, the stock market, a couple other things. So I wouldn't say, I mean, I wouldn't call it a stream. It's more like a drip because I'm not making a lot from it. But I do some investing. So
But as you save and as God provides for you a little bit more, that'll get bigger and bigger and bigger.
oh
Is that
yeah,
your
I'm
focus?
listen. I mean, I started with like $50, and now I have thousands. So yes,
Right,
definitely.
right. I get it. That's good. That's good. That's one of the focuses I have is trying to expose people. Like I have a business, but maybe the business that I do isn't for everyone. But what I want to do is I want to find other people. Like let's say a trainer has not invested that $50 yet. They see this interview and they reach out to you and say, "Hey, what is working for you?" That would be a win for me. That would be why
Right.
I'm creating this community. And I might talk to someone else who literally has his own clothing brand alongside of being a flywheel instructor, and something like that. And someone might not be interested in being a flywheel instructor, but they might reach out to that person and say, "How did you start your own clothing brand in fitness?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what the community I'm trying to create.
That's
And
awesome.
I encourage you to continue to watch. Encourage you to continue to grow. And if someone reaches out to you, I encourage you to be there to be a mentor.
100%.
Couple, two quick questions. Do you have a blog or do you do email marketing?
Negative. I
All
just,
right.
I
Why
just,
not?
I just, I just grind like that. Listen, that's been my backbone to my success. It's just you get up and you grind. You put the work in, and it comes back to you. So I mean, like I don't have a 1 year plan. I don't have a 2 year plan. I don't have a 5 year plan. I just get up and I grind. And people want me to train, I'm there. That's my, and maybe it's a better way to do it, but I mean, so far I've been doing pretty well. And I mean, of course, you can always do better, but that's just how I get. I hit it and I grind. That's it.
Well, you'll always find someone who supports you, and then you always find someone who is hating on you.
Oh
But
yeah.
where it really means to note is what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you won't find a shortage of successful people that will tell you that grinding is the number one thing that you need to be doing.
Right.
I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk wakes up at 4 in the morning, goes to bed at 11 every single day. I mean,
Yeah.
he's on the grind.
On the grind. He says
So,
it all the time. He said, just put the work in. That's people don't want to put the work in. They don't want to. They want like this instant success. Like no, it takes time, man. Like be patient. Like I trust the process. Like I train. I go to work every day. Like that's the opportunity. Like this is gonna be a day where I meet I don't know who and say, you know what, Courtney, I love what you're doing. I want you to whatever, and it changed my life. Like I go to work every day like that. Like I don't know who's watching. I train everybody like that. Like I don't know who's watching. Who's gonna say, Courtney, I saw you training the other day, or I saw you training 2 years ago, and I love what you did. So every day I treat it like another opportunity. Every day, like I don't take the next day for granted.
man, if I could, the biggest takeaway from our time together today is that what you just said right there. You never know who's looking. You never know
You
who's watching.
never.
You never know
The
what to
camera's
take away
always
from the
rolling. The
day.
camera's always rolling.
Right now, literally.
Seriously.
So listen, do you have any books or learning materials that you'd recommend?
Yeah, so let me just go ahead and show you my favorite book. So this is not even a fitness book, but this book right here, The Motivation Manifesto. This is great just for life, right? This book right here.
Who's that? Who's the author?
Let
Can't
me
see it on
see.
the video.
Russian.
There
I
we
don't
go.
even know if you can pronounce that.
It's backwards anyhow, so.
Oh, shoot. All right. Sorry. And then, so that's the book, Science and Practice of Strength Training by Vladimir, I don't even know what his name is, so Russian. And then this is a book that really helped me connect the dots for a lot of things because it talks about the neuroscience behind things because the brain is pretty much the mothership for everything. Like when you get up, your body doesn't just get up. Your brain, you have to think get up, and then so this connects the dots between the neuroscience and the muscular science. So it's called the Strength Training and Conditioning by Franz Bosch. So those three books right there. I mean, I'm always reading books, but those three books right there I would recommend to anybody.
Awesome. Awesome. You have any final notes?
One, just trust the process. Believe in yourself. Like I see a lot of trainers they lack that confidence, especially when it comes to like asking for price. And that was one of my issues with becoming independent training was like telling people my price and like saying like I'm charging this, like is that okay? And I was like I had to believe myself. Like instead of trying to avoid the no, I just had to project for the yes. So like if my price is this, like I had to say it with confidence. And if that person didn't want to pay it, then that's probably somebody I don't want to train anyway. And the person that does pay is somebody that you are going to look forward to training because they believe in what you believe in. So just believe in yourself and don't be scared of the no. So
I've always thought that if you believe the value of what you're doing has a price on it, and that price is the price you offer to someone, then that's just natural.
Right, like I mean, you when you go buy a Bentley, you know it's going to be $350,000. Like so, people that are going to buy it believe in that. People that don't believe in it are going to go buy a Honda Accord or something like that. But you know what a Bentley brings to the table, so you're going to pay that price tag. So, and that's how I feel about me as a trainer.
So when are you going to buy your first Bentley?
Never.
No?
Never. That's frivolous.
CP embroidered right on the seats, baby.
No matter how much money I get, I think I'll stay with my Honda Accord. I like my Honda Accord.
Got it. All right, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you having me, man. It was a blast.
I'm gonna go back out of it. Go back through this. Pull out the nuggets. Put them in the description, and then I encourage you to check it out.
Yeah, and I'll be tuning in to whoever you have on next and thereafter.
I have a lot of interviews. A lot of people have really good nuggets.
I can't wait. Listen, I'm excited.
One of the reasons I do this is because I know what it's like to be a fitness pro and to just grind in and grind out and never have the ability to learn, which sometimes you can do in your headphones or on the train, but to share.
Yeah,
and
you know what it is too? As an independent trainer, like, we go from gym to gym and so we're always constantly moving. Not like when I was at an Equinox or Dave Bar, like I was in one space. So, I was able to, rub elbows with other people. But like when I'm independent trainer, like I'm always moving. So like I actually miss that camaraderie. Like I get lonely sometimes. I'm always moving. Like I'm always on myself. I never really get to pick somebody's brain because I'm moving all the time. So this right here is awesome. Like I get to hear other trainers and be like, wow, like sometimes you don't know what you're going through. You think you're the only one going through it, and you hear somebody else say, I went through the same thing. Like, oh man, like that's awesome. So like this is going to be awesome. Well, this is good.
Every single person I'm bringing into this group, so far the group's only about 40 people or so. But like I said, I have a goal to get about 1,000 people in the group over the first 90 days. I just had a baby, so it's a little slow.
Congratulations, man. Oh, wait, is that the last one? 3, and that's it?
I asked the doctor to take the uterus out with the kid, and my wife said, hold up, put her arms up, hold on a second. We got to talk about this.
3 is tough. There's no defense for 3. Like, you got to go zone, and somebody's always going to be open. 2, you can go man-to-man, but 3, you got to go zone, and somebody's always going to be open. That's tough.
That's all right. That's all right. All 3 of them can be open for all right.
I love it. Yeah, good. That's a good strategy.
All right, man. I appreciate you very much. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful for you to connect.
I'm so grateful. You don't know how much I appreciate this, man. I really appreciate it. You made my day. Thank you.
Well, good. We'll refine it. We'll do it again in a couple weeks.
Yes, anytime.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.